All right. Looks like we are rolling. We are rolling. I'm getting my pop out chat. Just freaking bear with me. God. So impatient. Just kidding. It's not that bad. Hot to go? Hot to go? Yeah, what's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah? Good. Good. What's up, Katie? What's up, Mia? Kimmy, Forevermore? I saw Colette was in here for like a second. I did see Colette for like a second. What do you mean, what the fuck is going on? What's up, Lola? Yes, I can, but you're gonna get mad at me? Wait, why? What? What did you do? What's up, big bro? Corinne! I did see you in the chat earlier. I just forgot to say anything about you. I'm sorry. Don't be sad. I forgot to say hi to Georgia too. What's up, Georgia? Are you on TikTok today? No, I'm still banned. I'm banned off of TikTok until tomorrow, like when I start work, and then the weekend hits. So I'm not gonna be live on TikTok again until like next week. Probably Tuesday, I want to say. I'm also I'm going through a transitional period in my life, which is kind of perfect timing for the ban, because I needed to take like a quick break off of doing something online for a little while anyway. So I think that it's kind of good timing, even though it sucks. It's good timing that I got a ban when I did. Ignore me. I'm just picking out bugs out of my coffee. I'm eating roasties right now, and Annie is live, and life is good. Wait, what? I know, I see you, Brooke. Hi, Brooke. I was just talking to you, Brooke. Brooke isn't feeling well. Everybody give get well comments in the chat for Brooke. Brooke is feeling like shit today. Brooke left work early because they're throwing up or about to throw up or whatever. Guitar solo. I could go and get my guitar, but it's in the car, so I'd have to go all the way out there and get it. Roasties are roasted potatoes. Why don't you just say roasted potatoes? Why don't you just say potatoes? Or taters. You name is Karen. Your name is Karen. My name is whatever your mom's last name is. What the fuck? What the fuck? T-Nutty. You can't just come in and say that shit while your name is T-Nutty, dude. Not hot. Not hot. It's like me going into a chat and wanting people to take me seriously even though my name is Dinosaur Fart Master. It's not good. It's a British thing. Yeah, I could gather that it's a British thing, Katie. Thank you. I am aware that things are British sometimes, and most of the things you talk about are British. I'm sorry I missed some of your lives. I've been busy with school. It's okay. I am also completely and utterly busy all the time. Are you on lesbian cosplay? I am a lesbian, and I do cosplay sometimes, but only for you fuckers. I don't really like cosplay. I didn't ever really cosplay until I went on TikTok and people were like, "Oh my god, you should do Ellie from The Last of Us." And then I did, and now people know who I am. So that's it. Yeah, there's a bunch of creepy men that have spawned into the chat. You're in the wrong chat. If you're like a man and you think that you're gonna be able to like get with me because I'm like on live or whatever, I hate to tell you, but you're shit out of luck because I'm super gay and I did my time. I served my sentence. I was with a guy for 3 years. Uh, it's over. I'm retired. I'm retired from men. You need a real man to become straight, babe. Hey Zeva, you might want to take a screenshot of that one too for your your research. And you're kind of live earlier than usual. Yeah, I probably will have to. My job is requiring us to show up for like 12-hour shifts or something like that, 10-hour shifts, 10 to 12-hour shifts now, every day. So I need to find a new job. And while I'm looking for a new job, I'm gonna have to figure out a new kind of streaming schedule. I'm going through a lot of changes in my life right now. I'm getting rid of my roommate right now. That sounded really mean. He's moving out, and I am going through a transitional period with my job because of the management. I don't appreciate the way that they treat us. They recently told us that they were going to have us work on Thanksgiving, and I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous. And I said, well, you're going to pay us time and a half for that, right? And they were like, no, we're going to pay you the same amount, except you have to work on Thanksgiving. And I was like, all right, like, you're done, bro. That's like the one fucking day that, line cooks actually get off all the time, and they can't even appreciate it. So I'm done with this place, and I'm gonna have to find a new job somewhere else. So it's okay though. It's just a pain in the ass, that's all. Finding a new job really sucks, especially in my area, because nobody wants to pay shit. So I have to basically travel it into like the next town over to actually get paid what I'm worth. Me and Mia were on a call before Annie's live. That's funny. I was on a call with Brooke, Edie McGee, and Zeva earlier. It was pretty fun. Mason says, okay, buddy. Hi, Mason. Mason doesn't like the grammar police. Well, get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. Exoba says, I really, really like you. I'm sorry. You have bad taste. I don't know what to tell you. Just kidding. Well, halfway kidding. I'm like halfway joking. I'm halfway joking. Hi from Indonesia. Well, hi from Oregon. Some people over in like Florida, and I know that Edie McGee knows this, but some people over in Florida are, they always say Oregon. Oregon. I remember going over there when I was like 8 years old, and somebody was like, oh, you're from Oregon. I heard you're from Oregon. And I was like, yeah, it's, I'm from Oregon. And they were like, oh, you mean Oregon? And I was like, no, I mean Oregon. I would know because I'm from Oregon. It's pronounced the same way as like the organs in your body. It's Oregon. That's how it's pronounced. What can you say about Georgia? I've only ever been to Georgia once. Oh, you mean the country Georgia? I don't know anything about the country Georgia, but I do know Georgia the state. I've been to Georgia the state once. We got the German in the chat, you guys. What's up, Luna? Well, those people haven't been to school. Yeah, they have been to school. They were just educated with the Florida education system. The Florida education system is fucking trash. And you should know that, Edie McGee, because you also went there. Quinn's on YouTube. Yeah, you guys, drop me what Quinn's is on YouTube, and I'll give her a sub, because I can't find her on YouTube, and I don't know if I just, like, suck at looking or what, but I am having a hard time, like, finding her on YouTube at all, and I feel like it's kind of weird to just go and, like, search and search and search and search and search, especially as a 26-year-old. I don't know. I already have it, dumbass. Wow, it's fucking rude. Alright, I'll give her a subby wubby. What am I drinking? Bean water. I'm drinking your mom's tea. Hey, I found her. Okay, alright. We'll give her a subby wubby. Because we gotta support her. Annie, what can you say your greatest achievements? What are my greatest achievements? Dude, I don't fucking know, man. I honestly don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of really great achievements. I think one of my biggest achievements is being alive still, which I know is kind of sad, but it's kind of true. So, I don't know. When I was a teenager, I didn't think that I would make it to 22. I really didn't. Even when I was like about 20 years old, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm making it to 22. Like, either I'm gonna do something or someone else is gonna do something. Like, I'm not gonna make it to 22. And now I'm 26, so I don't know. Does the nose ring hurt? Yeah, it hurts really bad all the time. I mean, I have a piece of metal like through my nose, you know, and it never healed, so yeah. No, it doesn't hurt at all. That's a joke because, you know, piercings don't really hurt if you did them right. So, Subby Wubby going on a shirt and I'm selling it. Do it. I don't care. What's up, Zeva? You missed it, Zeva. We had a bunch of really great comments earlier. One of them was talking about how I am not a true lesbian because I've never been with the right man, and I was kind of sad because I wanted to get like a screenshot for you, but I didn't. So I was hoping that you were here and that you would take a screenshot of it because I was like, that would be great for your research, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. There'll be more. There'll be more. I could probably get more right now if I wanted. Yeah, I'm a lesbian, and I was with a man for 3 years before I realized that I was a lesbian and stopped being straight. Yep, it's true. It's true. I love the women. And you know what? I love women more than half of the creepy men in this chat, which is saying something because they very much like women. They just don't respect them. 3 years. 3. How? Because, yeah, there we go. There we go, Zeva. That's for your research. 3 years, 3 years because I grew up in a cult that made me believe that it was normal to be repulsed by men. Like, it was just kind of normal, and your job as a woman was to get over that repulsion and just kind of do your duty, which is be like a good, dutiful wife or whatever, and I still had that, even though I was like leaving the faith, I still had that brain and that mindset of like, well, it's normal because everybody in my life thinks that men are kind of gross, but they don't say it and they don't talk about it because like they're not supposed to. So everyone feels that way. Everyone is grossed out by their boyfriend. Everybody like, you know, blacks out during parts of your relationship with your boyfriend. Duh, obviously. Like, that's totally normal. What do you mean that's not normal? And then it got to a point where it was like, okay, this is not normal. I am actually gay. And we tried to make it work for about a year. After I came out to him as a lesbian, I was like, I think I'm gay. And he was like, well, you know, what do you want to do about it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to break up, but, you know. So I sat there and I was like, well, you know, either I'm going to get married to this man or I'm going to break up with this man. And I chose to break up with him. So. Yeah, you're getting some good ones today, Zeva. You're getting some good ones. Hey, I'm not creepy. I just like The Last of Us. Yeah, a lot of you guys just like The Last of Us, which is why you're here, because I look like the main character. So, it's okay, though. Everyone makes up crushes on guys to fit in, right? Right? Exactly, Lola. You get it. And that's on homophobia, bro. That's on, like, systemic homophobia. It's true. And I proved it by talking about it, and then the chat goes, you just haven't met the right man. Yeah. I'm just saying, bro, like, keep it going, keep it going. We actually have an anthropologist in the chat right now that's doing research on what it's like to be a live streamer and also gay. So, you know, all of your comments are absolutely allowed in here. I mean, they'll get deleted, but like she'll, you know, they're good. It's good. She can still see them though, because she's a mod. Am I going to be hated because I'm a male? No, there's a whole bunch of people in here that are like men and also identify as men and like are men. Like, there's a whole bunch of people. Nah, man, we fucking love men. I got Edie McGee in the chat. He's a great guy. He's a loser, but you know, but we love him. Did you just assume my gender? I don't know. What the fuck do you want? Am I single? I don't know. Who's asking? Is it your mom? Because if it's your mom, then maybe. No, I have a beautiful girlfriend. And she's at work right now, and I actually forgot to text her today, so I have to do that. Because I forgot. But I have to remember to do that after the stream. I might write myself a note. lots of times I respond to people in my head because I'm like, oh shoot, I have to text them, but I don't have the means to text them right at that moment. So I just think about like texting them, and then my brain goes, all right, we did that thing, even though we never actually did it. And then I realized later in the day that I never actually messaged people back, and then I'm like, oh my god, I did that in my brain, but not in real life. It's a daily struggle for me. It's a daily struggle. And he's actually a straight man in disguise. Yes, I am. It's true. I almost told you guys a story. They used to call me a derogatory term when I was in high school. When I was in like middle school and high school. And I was gonna say it, but I don't. But A, I'm not allowed to because it's a slur, and B, I have kids in the chat, and I'm not about to say that in front of a bunch of kids. So, please say you name, dude. You can just like go to my page and figure that out. But my name is Annie. Annie's just horrible at texting in general. I am. I really am. You guys can absolutely, all of you guys, I think, can know that, because I think all of you guys have tried to message me, and I've ghosted every single one of you by accident, I think. At some point. Do you like grunge? Do I like grunge? Yes, I do like grunge. The music genre, honestly, doesn't really do, like, a ton for me. But I like the style and everything, and I like the, I don't know, like, I don't hate the music genre, it's just not really, like, my go-to music genre. But I end up, my style and everything is very grungy, my room is very grungy, everything that I do is pretty grunge, except for, like, my music tastes. Which, even that, sometimes can be kind of grungy. Unique Rishu says hi. Hi, Unique Rishu. I'm sorry that I'm not as, like, charismatic as I usually am in my lives. I'm really tired, and I'm going through a lot in my personal life right now, and I'm just kind of, like, really distracted, I think. I'm just really distracted. And so I'm doing a lot, you know. I decided to go live today because I haven't for the last few days, and I felt like I needed to. So I'm just kind of doing like a pretty tame live stream to let you guys know that I'm not dead, and to kind of catch up because I miss you. Because I miss you. My Angel Delight didn't work out, and it was definitely expired. Yeah, it was probably the flower, but I don't really know. I don't really know what Angel Delight is besides what is it? It's like pudding or something. I don't know, man. Charismatic equals bullying minors. LOL. I mean, yeah, it's the internet, dude. Like, what did you think? What did you think? Too Fast says I'm really sad. Why are you really sad? What's up, Daniel? I see you. I'm doing fine. I'm just really, really tired. That's all. And it's not like a lack of sleep tired. I mean, I am. I do have lack of sleep. I work off of like 5 hours of sleep every day. But I'm just tired of life, you know? Is that Flash Gordon in the back? Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Hell yeah. Like, Angel Delight is powder you need to add water to. Yeah, but doesn't it have flour in it? I have no idea. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what you want. I like your sarcasm, thank you. Usually it's like up to 11. Today I feel like my sarcasm level is probably at like a 6 or a 5, but usually it's at like an 11. But today I'm just really exhausted, so this is what you get. If you guys can't handle me at my depressed and exhausted, then you don't deserve me at my level 11 sarcasm. I was gonna play the guitar too, but then I realized I would have to get it from the car, and I would have to, like, you know, retune it and everything. I really don't want to do it, so I didn't. I'm just gonna be on for like an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna probably take off. But I'm still posting jokes and stuff every day, so it's not like I've completely disappeared. I'm still online. I'm just kind of taking a step back for the next like week or so. Probably like a couple of weeks, because I already took a little bit of time this week. So I'm just in kind of a rut, and I'm going through some stuff in my own personal life that I gotta just kind of get through. And then once I get through it, it'll be I'll have like a better set schedule and everything, and it'll be okay. It'll be all right. We'll get my OBS running, and we'll get my my Twitch up and running and everything, and then we can live stream over on Twitch and TikTok and also YouTube. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Depression is depressing. That was deep. Yes, it is. I mean, it's true. It's true. But I like to tell people that I don't struggle with depression. Depression struggles with me, you know? And so I'm just kind of in like a battle this week. And that's okay. But I do think that it's important, like, especially for you guys who aren't, out here posting every single day and everything like that. Like, I think it's important to take a step back from the internet and, like, just kind of touch grass and, go outside and get some sun if you can. And I don't know, just exist in the world around you. Because online is kind of like a different world. It is. We got, like, two different worlds, and you got, like, your online world, and then you got, like, your real life world, and they're different. And sometimes they can overlap, but you gotta touch some grass, seriously. I'm 16 years old. No, this is a joke. It's a joke. Don't, no, I'm just kidding. I'm 26. I'm 26 years old. I realized, like, as I said that I'm 16, because Edie McGee thought that it was funny to say she's 16, which I feel like it is funny, but then I realized, like, as I said that I was saying it to a bunch of minors, and that could definitely come out, or come off, like, really wrong, and I was like, wait, wait. Nobody clip that, please. Nobody clip it. That's not what I meant. Please. Bruh, what do you want me to do in rainy fucking Biscuit Land? Read a freaking book? Yeah, Katie, that's exactly what I want you to do. The heck, man? I don't know. I just want you to, like, spend some time with some friends in real life, spend some time with your family and stuff. I think it's important to, learn how to crochet, do something. I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Colette? Colette, you're here. I'm glad. I missed you. Wait, come out? Are you gay, Annie? I am gay. I know, I am gay. I'm a lesbian, you guys. I really love women, and they're awesome and really attractive. And women are great, and I don't really like men very much for the most part. And no hate, no shade to any men in my chat right now. It's just not really my thing. Hey, fart machine. What's up, Amel? Every time I say that, I get people that get mad at me for saying it. So, or not every single time, but most of the time. Most of the time, I get people that are mad. I get at least one comment whenever I say that that's like a little homophobic or just ignorant or, something. So it's always kind of fun. I always feel like I'm tossing the ball and waiting for someone to smack it, it's just rage bait. That's all it is. I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian troll, you guys. That's what it is. Here in Germany, everybody has a vitamin D deficiency. The sun is on holiday. I actually totally understand that, Theo. I live in Oregon in the United States, and we have always typically been really overcast. We don't really get a whole lot of sun here. Everybody gets their vitamin D from a bottle. Like, that's what she said. Everybody, they drop their vitamin D into, like, their tea or whatever and drink it. We get our vitamin D that way, usually. That's like one of the first things. People will go into the doctor and be like, I'm really depressed and I don't know why. And the doctor is like, well, we haven't seen sun in like about a month. So how are your vitamin D levels? Do you know? And they're always like, oh, I don't know. I never really thought about it. And then the doctor is always like, well, why don't you start there? Why don't you start with, taking vitamin D supplements? And then if they aren't doing anything for you, then come on back and we'll talk about some antidepressants or something, I love it. Are you really lesbian? Ugh, rolling eyes. I am really lesbian. And it's because of people who roll their eyes when I say that I am lesbian. I just find that women take me more seriously, and I also appreciate the respect that women offer rather than like most men. And I also really like their hearts. I really like their hearts. They just have really good hearts. Did you guys know that? Okay, so I'm sure that somebody online has done this already. I'm 100% sure that I'm not the first one to come up with this. But you guys know how Edward from the Twilight movies, he glitters and everything, and Bella is like, "Oh, you're beautiful" or whatever, and he says, "This is the skin of a killer, Bella." You know when he says that? You guys know what I'm talking about? Did you know that if you spell out This is the skin of a killer. It reads out as tit soak. I just thought of it yesterday. I like thought of it in my brain because I made a joke to one of my coworkers that I should go as Edward for Halloween and he should go as Jacob. And we should just beef it out all day. And and then I thought about it. I thought about it and I was like, wait, this is the skin of a killer, and I was like, this is the skin of a killer. And then I had to I printed off some receipt paper out of the little printer that we have, and I had to write it out, and I was like, oh my god, it really does say tit soak. It was so funny. It was so funny. I was like, this would be a great bracelet, like one of these, it just says tit soak. And then when someone goes, why is it that ooh, there's one for you, Zeva from Amal. You guys are really destroying the natural, wait, what does it say? You guys are really destroying the natural law in this planet. There you go. I'm not even gonna bother with responding to that because you can literally just look up homosexuality in nature and I don't know. That's literally all you gotta do is a Google search. I don't know. Tit soak was my mom's name. Yeah. The way it disappeared so you had to click on it. Well, yeah, I always have to. I have a video on my Corcus channel where I make a joke about how people often think that I'm staring at their, chest or whatever, but really I'm just trying to read their graphic t-shirt or something, And they always think that I'm staring at them and I'm like, no, I'm just trying to read what your fucking shirt says, genuinely. It's pretty funny. Mia, you're back. Zeva's crying. Yeah, well, Zeva, this is what you get, bro. This is what happens when the lesbian goes live. This is what happens. The lesbian goes live, and we get comments that are a little bit unhinged. Most people are pretty chill about it, because we live in 2024 in America. But... Guys, I got food. I thought you were on the verge of throwing up, Brooke. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I can't eat when I'm nauseous. I won't eat when I'm nauseous, usually. Can I have some bean water, Father? Yes, of course you can have some bean water, my son. Of course you can have some bean water. Here. I was a lesbian once, a long time ago. Yes, I agree. I was also... Actually, I was straight once upon a time. I was straight. I convinced the world that I was straight. That's not true. But I convinced a lot of people that I was straight. I did convince a lot of people that I was straight. It was mostly the people that didn't want to see it for what it was. But, yeah. Can I have banana sticks, please? Luna, what the fuck is a banana stick? I'm trying food to see if that'll help. You should be trying some ginger ale or something like that. I don't know. I obviously, Brooke, I know your body better than you know your body. Which is why I want old men in office to make decisions about your body, and why I'm going to definitely vote for them. Father, can I have the new Jesus Ouija board? There's a Jesus Ouija board? Dude, hell yeah. Can you be transgender and non-binary at the same time? I saw someone on TikTok say it. I have no idea. I'm not trans. I'm not non-binary. I just kind of don't really subscribe to the whole gender ideology when I don't have to. Lots of people get really, really confused, and then I just kind of let it be. But in online spaces and stuff, I use any pronouns and everything, but I don't consider myself to be non-binary because I just don't really care. I don't know, but I would argue that if you are non-binary and you were assigned something at birth that wasn't non-binary, which you would have been, then I feel like that does kind of make you transgender in a way because you are transitioning your gender into a non-binary. I don't know, but I don't really know because I don't know. I'm just surface level gay, you guys. I don't fucking know. Oh wait, I meant lesbian and non-binary at the same time. I have no idea, dude. I don't really care. I think labels are kind of dumb. Also, I don't really I mean, I tell people that I'm a lesbian and I tell people that I'm gay and stuff like that, but really if you want to dig deep down into it, I'm actually asexual homo romantic. It's just nobody understands what that means. Nobody really gets it. And so I find it easier to just tell people that I'm a lesbian because it just gets rid of all of those, trigger words that make people just fucking freak out. Um, so it makes things a little bit easier. So I can understand why you would say I'm a non-binary lesbian. Like, I don't know. It's okay. I just don't care. I think that the labels are there to just kind of like help people along. And if they're doing like, I don't know, if it works for you, then who the fuck cares? Like, my mom loves your song Fades Away. Thank you. I'm actually okay, so I'm actually one of the things that I'm working on right now is I'm actually working on my own album. I'm not really sure when I'm going to have it released or when I'm going to have it all recorded and everything cuz there's a lot of work that goes into it and I don't really know how to do any of it. So, but I'm picking a couple of people's brains and everything and I am working on there are a lot of original songs that I have that I haven't shared with the public. Um and I think that it's kind of become time for me to, share them. I've shared like a couple of them and people seem to like them and they think that they're fun. And so I thought that it'd be kind of fun to make an album. Whether or not people listen to it, I think it would be fun. So I'm working on it and so it'll be good. I'll be on Spotify and stuff too, which will be really cool. So, album? Yes, it is. How about you share that green jacket? It's in the car. I use it for jokes and stuff. Take a break first though, please. Oh, I'm definitely taking a break. I'm taking a small break. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. That's about it. Like I'm in again, like I said, like I'm in a transitional period in my life. This year has been a really really rough year for me personally. And I'm not going to be talking about it and going into detail because you guys are A, going to find it really boring, and B, a lot of you guys are kids, and so I don't want to talk about it to a bunch of kids. But yeah, I'm going through some stuff in my personal life that's making it kind of hard for me to do everything that I want to do online, which is fine, but it just is what it is. So I don't know. Yes, I am working on an album. I am. It's gonna be fun. I have about 5 songs on the album right now, and I'd like to add a couple more. But I'm working on recording them right now, and I'm working on like actually producing them and actually mixing them down the right way and everything like that. Because I'm not a great music mixer, but I'd like to be better. And so honestly, at the end of the day, this is a project more for me than it is for all of the rest of you. But I think that it would be fun to do, and I wanted to try. So, you know, it'll be great. You are a dude at birth, right? Respectfully. So okay, so for one, I know that you're trying to be respectful about it, but I would like to normalize not asking that question to people in like a live stream chat because it's kind of weird. People like I don't know, you don't ask that to people who you know for a fact are cis, like and straight. Like you just don't. And so it can be really, really uncomfortable because I now know that the only thing you think about while looking at me are my genitals, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm first and foremost a human. It doesn't matter what I was assigned at birth. It just doesn't. I'm not transgender. That's all you need to know. Cis is a slur. Yes, Edie McGee, this is true. It is. It is. Hey, you again, Millennial Ellie. Every time I'm scrolling, you are here. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you? JT? JT? What's your album about? I mean, a lot of it stems from, like, some trauma that I've experienced when I was a kid. And, it's and like my like coming out journey and everything. So that's what a lot of my songs are about. Um, but I'll be when I do end up releasing it, I'll be under the name of Corcus, and I'll be like Corcus. I'm not going to be like Annie Perkins. It'll just be Corcus, because that's like the name that I that's the name that I'm using. But it's not going to be out for a while, so don't get all excited. Like it's all really up in the air right now. But I am working on it, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I do a lot of like different media work, and I don't do anything really, really well. I do everything decently. I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the media world. So I do some like graphic design stuff that is like decent, and then I do some like filmmaking stuff that is like decent, and then I do some like music stuff that is like decent, you know? And I just enjoy it. But it helps me kind of like, because I can't really pick like one hobby, so it just kind of like is what it is. But usually I have my guitar out and I'll play songs, but I don't want to do it today because I'm just really tired, and I also don't want to have to retune my guitar because it's out in the car, and it will take me like 2 seconds to retune it, but I really just don't wanna. So it's gonna sound stupid, but you do music. I'm working on it too. That's cool, JT. I do. I have music. I don't have anything produced yet, which is why we're kind of talking about it. I would like to produce an album, and I'm working on it right now, but it's like it's a work in progress. So, and it's one of those things that's like it's more for me than it is for anybody else, and so I'm not really like putting it on like the front of what I want to do. You know, I'm just kind of there, and if it happens, then it happens, and it's more of a project for me. Everything that I do is more of a project for me. I just happen to have an audience now, which is kind of a lot to unpack for me. But you're working on your first album too. All right, let me know when it drops, JT, because I will totally go and support you. I love looking at like new artists and stuff like that, and I think that's awesome. I think that it's important to like support new artists, and I don't know. I love it. I love listening to music and everything. My first job was at a radio station. We're actually listening to the radio station that I used to work at right now, which is pretty fun. So, what's up, Francesca? What do I need to talk about? Wait, what do you mean? I don't know. I'm okay at these things. No, Annie, you're amazing at those things. Lola, that's just because you're a kid. You think everything is amazing because you're a kid. And yeah, I am calling you the fuck out on that. I am. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. My first job was a cable man on a studio. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Such a mess. Yeah, were you bad at wrapping cables? What's up, Chayton? Silence says, what's your gender? I identify as whatever your mom likes. Now he's crying. Yes, he is. Stop beating your dog. Now he's crying. He needs it. He needs it. He needs it. Well, no, Katie, I don't think that I'm putting myself down. I think I'm being realistic about my level of expertise in the media world. I am a baby when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Like if I were to interact with a professional in film, or if I were to interact with a professional in like the music industry or whatever, like I would learn a lot from them because I'm just not at the same level. So I'm like decent at everything, but I'm not like the best at anything, which I'm totally fine with. But I would like to get better, and I will get better. And that's kind of why I do these projects for me. It's because it's fun for me. I just enjoy it. So I don't know. I was just in PE class and the teacher played Take on Me. I'm so sorry, Elliot. I'm so sorry. But welcome to the live. It's the Ellieverse anthem, you guys. It's the Ellieverse anthem. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. So, Kimmy, clearly I'm doing okay because I have an audience now. If I didn't have any kind of like audience, I would be a little bit more skeptical about how well I was doing with my media stuff. But I do have like a small audience now, and I think that part of it is because of the way that I look, because I look kind of like Ellie from The Last of Us, and that's where people know me from. But I also do think that I'm pretty good at like producing stuff. Like I built the set behind me and like my lives and everything like that. Like I have good ideas. I'm decently charismatic. I can come on and it'll be fun, But like I'm not a professional when it comes to any of this stuff. Like, I'm just kind of some guy who is in Oregon who just enjoys doing this stuff. That's it. Like, I'm not, like, if I actually just recently talked to somebody who actually writes screenplays, and I gave him my script for my screenplay that I'm working on right now for a film that we're working on. And he's going to help us out on the film. And so I gave him the screenplay and everything, and he was reading through it, and he was like, this is actually really good, like, especially for a first time screenplay. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. But I'm going to be learning a lot from him, and I'm really, really excited to learn a lot from him. And I'm honored that I get to work with him because and it's going to make me so much better at screenwriting in order to, like, progress. I don't know, it's really cool. And sometimes I watch some of my, like, really old videos from when I was a teenager, and I used to make videos when I was a teen, and I'll watch them and I'll be like, oh my god, you could have done that so much better. But it's fun to watch the progress. And I think that if you are in a spot with your, like, art and everything where you're like, oh, I'm so proud of this, it can't get any better, then you're wrong. So you're just wrong. If you look at something and you go, oh, I can't do that any better, you're just wrong. Like, you're always going to be able to do something better. And you should keep trying. You should keep doing it. You are singer. I can sing. I'm not, like, a great singer, but I can sing, yes. Please play some guitar. I don't want to today. I'm not going to. Today is my day off from playing guitar. I'm taking a small break. Small break. And I would like to just take, like, a complete break off of the internet for, like, the next 2 weeks, but I can't do that. So I'm afraid that if I do that, if I take just, like, a solid 2 weeks off of the internet, I'm not going to come back to the internet. So I have to keep it going, because I'll end up getting myself into a rut. So try singing a song. Why? Right now? I'm not going to. So no Pink Pony Club? No Pink Pony Club. Can you show your art? Let me think about if there's anything that I can show that I have. Oh, I got something. This is a book that I'm publishing with my buddy Eric. He's so upset. But I did the artwork for this. It's called Idar the Bold Goes to Heaven. It's a book about a little Viking dude who, and it's not quite finished yet, but it's about a little Viking dude who's trying to get into Valhalla, and his name is Idar. And these are the little. It's very fun. He's got angry trolls and stuff. It's in kind of the style of, like, Shel Silverstein's stuff, and also like Dr. Seuss. So it's very fun though. But there are some parts in it, like, I have this kind of all marked up and everything because there are some things I'd like to change about it. But those are the little artworks. It's very cute. It's actually a really great story. He's trying to get into Valhalla and die with honor, but he's struggling to die with honor because he's just so good at fighting these big bads. It's pretty great. What's my dog's name? We call him Spite. We call him Spite. Susan. Greetings from Croatia. Damn, dude, that's a ways away. Well, greetings from Oregon. Spite? Yes. Well, that's not his real name. It's not his real name. But we call him Spite because he exists out of spite. But that's him. I do love him, but I like to verbally abuse him a lot. What time is it where you are? It is 12:13 in the afternoon. It's early afternoon. Is he okay? He's pretty far from being okay. He's never quite okay. I know a dog in need of a treat when I see one. That dog definitely needs a treat. You need a treat? You need a beating is what you need. Yes, you do. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's just very needy. It's because I'm always busy. It kind of sucks. Like, I have like a doggy door and everything, and he's got, like, a bunch of toys, so he's fine. But he really enjoys it when I, like, am around. But I have to work all the time because I need to pay my bills, and so it's kind of tough for him, especially after COVID. He got really spoiled when COVID hit because I got laid off, and then I was getting some unemployment, so I just was, like, jobless for a little while still making income. And I was able to, like, be home all the time. And so now that I'm not all the time, at home, he's like, what the fuck, man? You have to be at home all the time. You were for months. Why is it different now? And he's never been the same since. So he's always been a little extra needy after COVID. And I think a lot of you guys who have pets have went through the same thing, especially the adults in my chat. But I'll leave the camera right here so that you guys can see him. How about that? Is that all right? How's that? Is he better? Yeah? Oh my god. Look at all this fur. Look at all of it. Stop touching his butt without consent. Do you consent to me touching your butt? How do I know when it's a yes? Who is that bold guy in the poster behind you? Oh, the bald guy? This is Flash Gordon, the movie. It's the poster for the movie. It's a really cheesy film from the 80s. I think it was 1980 that it came out. I don't know. Let me see. It's somewhere on here. Somewhere has the year. Yeah, 1980. 1980. It says pathetic earthlings. Who can save you now? It's great. I love Flash Gordon. The music actually was done by Queen. The band with Freddie Mercury. So, it is the weirdest soundtrack Queen ever created. It's true. That's the only part about the movie that's actually good. Everything else about it is terrible. But it's the cheesiest film. I love it so much. It's great. You guys should definitely watch it. I think you would like it. It's good. How old is your dog? He's like 7. He's like 7. Weird, it's the best. It is. It really is. I love Flash Gordon. I used to watch it with my dad. We used to watch this kind of stuff all the time. It was so dumb. The villains look like Klingons. Yeah, I mean, they are aliens, so I don't remember what they are called, though. I don't remember what their, like, race is called, but there's a whole bunch of different ones. Yeah, even if you just want to listen to the soundtrack, you guys should look up the Flash Gordon soundtrack because it's awesome. It's pretty great. And hear me out. You can also, especially if you're like a young person and you're like a teenager, if you look up the Flash Gordon soundtrack and you learn or you like start putting this song by Queen, The Flash, like on your like Spotify playlists and everything, I guarantee you play it in front of your parents or your teachers or something, and they'll turn around and be like, "Are you playing the Flash Gordon soundtrack?" And you'll impress the shit out of all of them. You'll impress them all for knowing that Queen was like the band that did the music for Flash Gordon. It's true. You'll impress every adult in your life, and they'll be like, "Wow, maybe the kids aren't so bad." Are you in the USA? I am. I live in Oregon. What is the design of your hand tattoo? My hand tattoo? You mean my arm tattoo? It's a sword from the Lord of the Rings. It's Eowyn's sword from the Lord of the Rings. Have you ever considered doing ear surgery? No, I actually really like my ears. That's why I stretched them. I don't know. I just like the way they look. I like how big they are. I think it makes me look fun. I don't know. I've always really liked my ears. And it's funny because it's like one of the only things about my face and about like my body and everything that I'm not really insecure about. And then I come online and everyone has a problem with my ears. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is like the one thing about my face that I don't have like any insecurities about. And it's the one thing that people seem to have an issue with. No one has an issue with like my nose, which I've always had a big problem with. I've always thought my nose is kind of like just big and annoying. I've always had a problem with like the way that my eyes sit in my face, and I've always had a problem with like the way that I have no upper lip whenever I smile. But the one thing I don't have a problem with are my ears, and that seems to be the one thing that people always focus on whenever I come online. It's actually super interesting. Like I've been online for years. I want to be really clear. This doesn't bother me very much, and I know that I'm just not my type. That's one of the things that I think that you guys should know about. If you are looking in the mirror and you're picking out every little detail about your face and everything that you don't like, that's totally fine. Everybody does that. Everybody is insecure about the way that they look. That's because you are not your own type. That's it. That's it. To somebody else, you're going to be their type. You just got to deal with it. You just got to own that shit. For real. And it's okay to have insecurities, but it's also okay to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I know I'm insecure about these things. That's okay. And then just move on. Because you're never going to get rid of the insecurity. You're just going to have to live with it. And if you just kind of allow it to be there and you're just like, yeah, that's there. Yeah. I think it's important. I think it's important that you guys know that even as a 26-year-old online, I still have insecurities about the way that I look. And you guys will too about the way that you look. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with like fishing for compliments, but there's nothing wrong with like having insecurities as it is, you know? Can you insult my ex's eyebrows so I can clip it and send it to her? I won't insult your ex's eyebrows, but I will insult your fucking ex. Caitlin, you're kind of a piece of shit. I'm just gonna say it. Caitlin, you're kind of a piece of shit, and I love it if you sent your little army after me so that I can absolutely demolish you and destroy you. You can send that to her. You play video games. I do play some video games. The bracelets are multiplying. They're not! It's the same amount of bracelets every time. I play some video games, but I mostly just play on my Nintendo Switch. Actually, I only play on my Nintendo Switch because I don't have a PlayStation and I don't have like a Xbox or anything. Never have. I wasn't ever allowed to play any kind of video games when I was a kid. So, Annie, whose type am I? The homeless guy's type on the sidewalk? No, you look like, no, I think, I mean, well, yeah, probably, you are probably their type, but I don't know, you're probably just vibing, you know? And also, you're 17. Don't grow up too fast, man. I didn't have my first, like, real boyfriend until I was 18. And even then, it didn't really count because I was gay. So, I don't know. I mean, it counted, obviously, it totally counted, but, like, I didn't really figure my shit out until I was, like, early 20s, which was pretty recent because I'm 26 right now. And I still don't have it all figured out. Like, I want to be really clear, I still don't have it figured out. So, yeah, Katie's... Edie McGee says, Katie, you are the type for another child. You should not be any adult's type. Exactly. Exactly. Once they find out you're 17, that's an instant no. It's an instant no. If anyone says anything differently, get rid of them. Get rid of them. You keep that shit to yourself if you got something to say about it. I'm serious. Steven, what did Caitlin do? Oh, she's just a... She's disgusting. I was going to use a slur against women, and I'm not going to because I am online on a live stream. It didn't really count because I was gay, is how I'm going to excuse myself for things. I think that you should. I think that you should. I'm not going to say it. Trazzy desperately wants to know if I'm interested in sports. I am not interested in sports at all, which is why I keep ignoring your comment. I'm genuinely not interested in sports at all. I don't really know what about me you're looking at, or what about like my wall or anything about me like screams that I'm interested in sports, but I'm not. So, you know, just sorry. Sorry. I'm just not. I genuinely, like, the reason why I would watch the like football at all or anything like that is so that I can watch the marching band. And they don't even show the marching band at all. So I'm not interested, you know? And that's okay. And it's okay to be interested in sports. Nobody gets to bash you for being interested in sports, okay? You're allowed. It's just not really for me. That's all. I think it's boring. I think it's boring, and I really, I typically don't like a lot of the fans for sports. Some of them are really just annoying people. Not all of them. In fact, most of them are pretty chill, but a lot of them are really annoying. I also almost died at a football game that I wasn't even, like, attending, really. I was just volunteering as a concession stand worker, and then I almost died at this football game. So I kind of have some, I have some beef with the people who saw a child on the staircase and then decided to walk on the child on the staircase instead of helping them up. That's what I have a problem with. I almost died. Your religion? Wait, what are you asking? What's my religion? I don't have a religion. and proud of it. I was date with a boy after 4 months. He said he is gay. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that happened with one of my my boyfriend. I came out to him and I was like, I think I'm bi, and then we tried to make it work, and then later I was like, actually, I think I'm just gay. And we were like, yeah, let's see if we can still make this work. And then we were together for another year, and then I was like, I can't do this. You know, things got really toxic really fast, and he started doing things that I wasn't happy with, and he said some things to me that I was like, I can't just let that go, man. And you know, he went through a lot of shit in his life at the time. That doesn't excuse some of the things that he said to me, but it does give him at least a reason, you know? And so I don't really hold it against him very much. I just kind of have tried to move on. Ellie? It's not Ellie today. It's Annie. You're stuck with me, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. You look like Toy Story's Woody without the hat. Here. My dusty grandpa's hat. There's a snake in my boot. Happy? The merch is 10 out of 10, guys. Go buy a dinosaur fart shirt. Yeah, they are pretty fun. They are pretty fun. I enjoy the merch that we have. I have a couple of pins that I put on my hat, and one of them says "The Rest of Us" on it, and the other one says "Get Wrecked." I have a shirt that's got it's an Ellie shirt, but it's got a dinosaur farting over the top of it. It's pretty great. A flannel isn't a flannel until you've chopped down a tree. Have you earned your stripes? I don't think I've ever chopped down a tree, but I did accidentally knock down a tree one time while I was trying to take a shit in the woods. So I'm wondering if that counts. You know, I have chopped up wood that is already like on the ground. It's just illegal for me to chop down trees, and I'll actually like I'm in the state of Oregon, so they take that kind of shit really seriously here, which is why why it's so green around here. They take that shit really seriously. You can get like severely fined. It's not like a slap on the wrist here. It's like you can go to jail over that shit. Vote Trump. That's pretty random. I'm not really here to talk about it, but since you brought it up, I'm not voting for Trump. You'll miss me you'll miss me voting for fucking Trump because he's a piece of shit, and that's coming from someone who voted for him in 2016. I did vote for him in 2016. I regret that shit so much. He's a horrible man. I do not think he would be a good president, and I genuinely don't understand why you guys follow the cult that says that he's great. I really don't. He's done so many bad things, and I genuinely don't understand how there's still people on the Trump train, and that's literally coming from someone who was on the Trump train several years ago. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. After everything he's done, genuinely, what the fuck? Like, we actually have someone that's like decently qualified running for once, and I'm here for it. She's not perfect. I'm not super thrilled with all of her things, but I'm definitely voting for Kamala because she's fucking great. And she's way better than Donald Trump. And that being said, go out and fucking vote, you guys. Do it. Just do it. Are you voting for Kamala because you like her or because you hate Trump? Kind of a mixture of both. I do like her policies a lot better, just in general. I also think that she's very charismatic, which I think is really important for the top dog of the United States. And I think that Trump is a walking chaos wizard, and I don't understand why people are like interested in him at all. He's fucking nuts, like actually just nuts. So that's where I'm at. I do think that the system is fucking messed up, though. There are a lot of things about the system that I do not appreciate. And I also really don't appreciate when people come in here and tell me that I must be a liberal because I am not voting for Trump. So, there's that. If it was up to me, I would burn the whole goddamn system down, but it's not. So, it's not up to me. I'm just some random fucking person from Oregon that doesn't know shit about shit. So, you know, just saying. Now this is going to be a political live. It won't become a political live. I don't have any desire to continue to talk about politics. So if you guys have something else to say about politics, then you can absolutely continue to say it, but I'm not going to respond to you because you're just fucking dumb. If you can't do a Google search, then you're just dumb. And I know that it's hard for you guys to do Google searches because you're like Trump heads or whatever, and like Google is like against you or whatever, but you know, if all of the facts are a little bit left leaning, then maybe you should take a step back. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's talk about X-Man. X-Man or X-Men? Annie, give me your nose. It's so cutesy. Thank you. I'm glad that somebody likes my nose. I've always really hated my nose, but my girlfriend really likes my nose. I had a boyfriend at one point who thought that my nose was cute. I've come to the realization that the only reason why I don't like my nose is because it's my nose. That's it. That's it. Oregon sucks. I know. I live here. I agree. Oregon is the worst. You guys should definitely not move here because it's terrible. Right, Marcy? Yeah. We just don't want people here. Yeah. We don't think you should move here because it's the worst and terrible. We think that you should stay where you are. Yeah. Do you really exist or is this the Matrix? It's the Matrix. Stay out of Florida. Yeah. Actually, you should definitely move to Florida because Florida's great. Florida's awesome and Oregon is terrible. So, yeah. Oh, got it. Marcy, you're just a fucking idiot. Got it. Okay. That's fine. Have you ever introduced your girlfriend to the stream? I have, yes. And when I bring her on, it's really funny because people think that we're like sisters or something. They also like to talk about how she is. They say a lot of rude things to her, and then I have to fucking sit here and like try to just let it happen, which is really frustrating for me. But it is what it is, considering I am online. So. It does suck, though. The existence of Flash Gordon proves we're in the Matrix. Exactly. Yes. I'm surprised that I've gotten more comments on the Flash Gordon poster than I have about the Rocky Horror Picture Show poster. You all are fucking gay. What the hell? Your sisters that kiss and share a bed. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Or sisters, just from different misters, I guess. Right? Right? You're gay? No way. No way. You're all fucking gay. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Showed a pic of you to my mom for hair inspiration. Paused the video at a really unfortunate time. You looked like a gremlin. My mom said, "That's you, Lola." Wow, that's really funny, actually. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. I haven't actually gone to like a hairdresser since I was a teenager. I'm 26 now. I haven't been to like an actual hairdresser since I was a kid. I have only ever done my hair in the bathroom. And I don't really have a mirror to see the back. So I just kind of like hope for the best with the back. And I guess I do a decent job because people come on here and give me credit for it. And I'm like, yay! But I genuinely have no idea. Some people want to know like how I do my hair. I don't know. I just cut it. I just see that things need to get cut and I go, ooh, that's a little shorter on one side than it is on the other side. Let me try to even it out. And I just kind of do that every day. So I just kind of like, oh, well, that part needs to go. That like, if you guys watched me, like, oh my god, if you guys ever, if like Brad, you guys know what's his name, Brad Mondo, the guy who does all the hair stuff. I don't remember his name. I don't remember if that's how to say his name, but he does all the hair stuff. He's the dude that does all the hair stuff. He would be horrified if he ever saw me doing my hair. He would be just like distraught and horrified. But I'm just a lesbian, and I just it's apparently a very lesbian thing to do, to go into the bathroom and do your own hair. So if you want to be like a canonically accurate lesbian, go. This is a joke, by the way. This is a joke. Halfway a joke. Your dog is trying to talk to you. I know. He is. Yes, you are. He's a little shit. That's what he is. Come. My mom is a hairdresser, and I said she cuts her hair with a knife in the bathroom, by the way. She said it looks good, so keep it up. I don't cut my hair with a knife. That's for the Ellie bit. The Ellie bit, she cuts her hair with her switchblade or with like a pocket knife. I do not cut my hair with a knife. I do in fact cut my hair with scissors, but they are just random fucking scissors. They are just like regular paper scissors that I use, and I just cut my hair with them. But I do use scissors, so I got that going for me. I'm better than Millennial Ellie, at least, which is nice. It is very nice. Wait, okay, I don't know, Alejandro, I don't know how to speak Spanish, or I don't really, like, understand a whole lot of Spanish. I understand, like, a very small portion of it, but not nearly enough to, like, be able to speak Spanish. I just want to be really clear about that. But I do know how to say, todo duele y estoy muriendo. So, it's easy to cut with scissors than a knife. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Spite, blink twice if you need help. He won't. He won't. Can I comment on your shorts? Yes, you guys can always comment on my stuff. I leave comments open, and you guys can comment whatever you want. For real. And then if I don't appreciate whatever you commented, then I'll just delete it. Like, that's just how it works. But you can comment whatever you want. It's just not my problem for consequences, you know? Like, you can do whatever you want. You have freedom of speech. Like, you can do whatever you want. Just know that if I don't like what you say, then I'm going to delete it. And that's also my right. So, I just choked on my hair. Maybe cut it. Do you speak any other languages besides English? No, I wish that I did, but when I was a kid, I took a couple of Spanish classes and was kind of under the impression, like, why would I ever need to learn Spanish? Spanish is dumb. I don't want to learn this, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't actually, like, retain anything. And now that I'm an adult, I regret that decision. I wish that I would have spent more time in my Spanish classes. I wish that I would have taken maybe Spanish 3. And, you know, actually learned Spanish a little bit better. But I never did. And, yeah, it's just something that I don't, it's always been put on the back burner. I would always love to learn, I really want to learn sign language, American Sign Language. But, you know, it's always taken, it's always been on the back burner for me, so. But I do think that it's funny, because I saw on, like, I always see that, like, people give other people so much credit for, like, learning several languages or whatever until they are, like, immigrants. And then all of a sudden people are like, oh, it's just they don't even speak English. And it's like, well, they speak both languages though. Like, you think it's so cool when the white guy can speak 2 languages, but the second that a brown guy does it, it's like a problem. I'm just saying, like, okay, I work with a lot of people who are Spanish speakers. I work in a kitchen. I work with a lot of Spanish speakers. And I've seen it happen. I've seen customers get pissed off because the kitchen is speaking in Spanish. And it ruins the vibe or whatever. But I know that, like, if their kid, you know, their white kid learned a second language, they would just be so proud of them, you know? They'd be so proud. What's up, Alio? I do remember you. Sorry, my chat is like, my chat always gives me shit about, like, it's usually like an hour into the stream where it just, like, stops working and then I have to, like, reboot everything. So I'm sorry. Don't cry. Ranting Gamer says, did you read what I wrote? I did not. I'm sorry. My chat just fucking wigged out for, like, a second. I was trying to figure out why nobody was chatting, and then I was like, I bet I need to restart. And I did. And now I've got, like, a whole bunch of them. So, sorry. I am an immigrant myself, living in the Czech Republic, and I am the one who speaks the most languages here. Ironically enough, not Czech, though. That's pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool. I wish, I don't know, I wish that I had a better drive to learn another language. I feel like if I were to be put into, like, a setting where all they ever spoke was Spanish, I would learn Spanish pretty quick. But I've never been in a situation where I need to learn Spanish, you know? So I know a little bit. I can kind of understand some stuff every once in a while. I tend to not, which is really funny because I'm reading Alejandro's comments and I honestly don't really know what you're saying besides something about wanting something. Probably, it is probably a little inappropriate what you're saying, but I honestly don't really know. Um, I don't know. But I feel like if I were to hear you say it, I would probably understand it a little bit better. I don't really know. It's weird. Language is super cool, and when I was learning Spanish, I always thought that like English was kind of bullshit. I was learning Spanish, and I was like, wait, but there's so many exceptions in English, and there's like only a few exceptions in like Spanish, and I was like, this is so fucked up. Like English must be such a hard language to speak, and so when I meet somebody who English isn't their first language, and yet they speak English really well, I'm like just amazed. I really am. I'm like, you're badass. Like, it's badass. What is it? Look at this snoot. You see it? You see the snoot? It's a snoot. It is. Ugh, gross. I once trimmed my hair to get a good cut, but damn, I accidentally triggered my allergy and sneezed, and I had to go fucking bald. Yeah, I had something similar happen when I decided to go like totally. I had an undercut for a little while, and then I decided to just go short. And when I cut all my hair off, I realized that I had cut it a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, and so I just kind of like cut it really, really short, and I just had really, really short hair for a little while, and it was fine. I just kind of vibed with it, you know. It grew back after like a couple of months, and then I had like a longer pixie cut, which is nice. But I speak not giving a shit, also called sarcasm or Annie Perkins. Yes, yes. You have a snout. Well, thank you, Dave. I'm sure that you also have a snout. Country? What about it? Annie, I have a photo of you with that hair with spite in your hands. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have seen those photos. And it's okay. I have one posted on my Quirkus channel because I had myself turned into a Resident Evil 4 character, and it looks like John Connor from the Terminator movies. And so I had to put it on. I had to share it with you guys because I thought it was funny. I had to. Go see my comment. John Hip says, go see my comment. Why am I going to do it right now, man? Come on. I bet it's not even that good. Let's go see. Let's go look at John Hip's comment. Let's see if it's any good. Let's see if it was worth it. Let's see if John Hip has a... John, this just says Annie. It just says Annie. What? 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 Good grief. If I flirt with Annie, will everyone think I ungayed her? Yes, because that is how cis straight people work online. Ben! What's up? Ben! Okay, so for you guys that don't know, last time I went live, Ben came into my chat, shared some of his music with us, and then left. And we played his music, and then he was gone for it. So, Ben, we played some of your music, and everybody fucking loved it. And then I got copyright striked. So... which is fine, because I don't make any money off of these lives yet anyway. So if I'm gonna get copyright strike, now would be the time to do it. But it was worth it though. It was totally worth it. But they loved your music. We all loved your music. So if you guys don't already go and follow Ben, you should. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Annie, blink twice if spite is holding you hostage. Father, should I take a nap? Yes, Nat, you should. You should take a nap. So cool, right on. Nice to hang out for a minute. Yeah, I'm only going to be on for like another 15 minutes or so. I also have to use the bathroom, so I might leave a little bit early today, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Oh my gosh, I want to know if you guys opt for any stream after your 10th grade, like medical or engineering. Wait, what? Any stream after your 10th grade, like medical or engineering? I don't really know what you're asking. Am I just dumb, or did I read it wrong? I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to figure out what the hell is going on in the chat sometimes because it goes so fast, and then I know that I read comments wrong, and then after I go back in and like rewatch my live and put in yapters or whatever, I look and I'm like Annie, duh, this is what they're trying to say, and I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. So sorry. Billy's wife is in the chat. What's up, Billy's wife? You, Major, I am not daddy, I am dad. If you follow me, I'm your dad now. That's how it works. Also, yes, Majed, I see that you are from India, and I'm so happy that you are so proud that you're from India. Good job. Good job. Annie, your septum is wonky, is it? Is it wonky? It is a little wonky, huh? Thanks. Like here in India, we have to choose between 4 streams: medical, engineering, commerce, and arts. Is there any system out there in other countries? I've never heard of that, to be honest. That's not a thing for us. Yo, you look like Ellie from The Last of Us. That's dope as hell. Yeah, I get that a lot. I actually live stream as Ellie sometimes, and we go live as Millennial Ellie from The Rest of Us. And they're kind of fun, but that's over on TikTok, and I just got banned off of TikTok, and I'm going to take a quick break off of TikTok for a little while because I'm doing some stuff. So, anyway, it's fun. It's a big joke. We actually have some merch and stuff that's pretty funny, and they're not just for The Last of Us fans, but they're very funny if you are the Last of Us fan. Do you really like the movie Flash Gordon? Roll eyes. Yeah, I do. I think it's great. I think the soundtrack is my favorite part, though. That's probably the only reason why people actually like Flash Gordon is because of the soundtrack. I'm going to be real. It's great for you guys. We literally have to study math till 12th grade or till graduation. Well, okay, so the American education system is pretty garbage. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty garbage. It definitely needs some reform. I am not the person to reform it because I don't know shit about shit. I love saying that I would change things about the system, or saying that I would like the system to change, and then everyone loses their minds and goes, well, then how would you want to change it if you're so smart? And I'm like, I never said I was the person to change it. I just know that things are wrong and that it needs to change. Like, obviously things aren't working. Obviously. Do you see how many school shootings we have? Do you see how many people don't even know that, like how many continents there are? Like, do you see this? Do you see what's going on? Like, you're cutting our funding. You know, I had to fight tooth and nail to keep the band program in my high school, and I think that's ridiculous. They still teach things in school that you don't need to know at all. Like, they never taught anything about microeconomics, but they only taught things about macroeconomics. But you can't understand anything about macroeconomics without microeconomics, so it all just went in one ear and out the other, and now none of us know what the hell is going on. We're all in debt. So that's, clearly it's not working, and you can look at something and go, that's not working, while also being like, I don't really know what I would do to fix it, You can still say, I know there's something wrong, I just don't know what I would do to fix it, because that's not my area of expertise. So... It's kayak here. Wait, what? What do you mean it's kayak here? Also, hi, Rachel. In England, when you get to 9 years old, you choose GCSE options, and from then on, you only study your chosen subjects. You can do A-levels or sixth form, which is 2 years, or go straight to college or uni. All of that went in one ear and out the other. They do not have that where I am. They don't have that at all. They actually like cut art programs and cut different fundings for a bunch of stuff, lots of like sports and stuff. They just cut a bunch of shit. They just cut everything. And then they wonder why our generation isn't so handy. Like, they cut home ec, they cut auto body classes, they cut wood shop, they cut all the music programs and the drama programs, and now they wonder why we're all so depressed and why none of us know how to change a tire or anything like that. Like, they all wonder why. And it's like, well, you got rid of all the programs that teach that shit. And then they blame the millennials and they blame the Gen Zers. And I'm like, dude, this is on you, bro. You're the one that cut funding and decided to give it to tanks. That's what I got. That's what I got. Bro, can you answer me? I'm on assassination. Wait, what? Wait, what? What did you say? I don't know what you said. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna start calling you aioli. Me and KK should be presidents. I agree with that. It's too bad you're not old enough to do it. Too bad you're literally like 14. Did you guys see that one clip of Kamala Harris talking about how she loves Gen Z? Did you guys see that clip? I actually thought that was really cute. She talks about it and she goes, "I love Gen Z. They're wonderfully impatient people." And I mean that in all with all the respect. And I agreed so much. I was like, "Oh my god, yes, I love her so much." It's so true. You guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure when you guys enter into politics. Like the millennials are all just so fucking tired that they can't do anything about anything because we're all just exhausted. We've been beaten down and beaten down and beaten down since the beginning of time. We've always been called lazy. We've always been called useless. It's just what we are, you know? We're all exhausted. That's why we spent all of our time just focusing on Harry Potter and that's it, you know? And then, you know, Gen Z comes along and goes, "Why are you guys taking this shit?" And we're like, "We're just really tired." And like, thank God you guys are here because honestly, I think you guys are going to save us. For real. For real. What is today's topic? There's not really much of a topic, Raxon, but hi, welcome. There's not much of a topic. I'm going to be on for another 10 minutes and then I'm going to take off. It's just kind of a bean water hangout, that's all. I'm going through some shit in my personal life and it's kind of like I don't know. It's been taking a toll on like my online life too since it's kind of it overlaps and everything. So I've been kind of taking some time and dealing with my own personal life instead of being here. But I'm still here and I'll be back. I'm just taking a quick little break while I deal with some personal stuff and then I'll be back to posting regularly and stuff like that. So it'll be all right though. We're gonna get our Twitch up and running and everything, and I'm thinking about streaming some gameplay and stuff while I play Stardew Valley and stuff like that, which I think would be really fun and honestly relaxing. It would be nice to have something to do while I'm like chatting with everybody. Gen Z is so serious and unserious at the same time. Well, yeah, that's why it's so funny. You guys are just a bunch of trolls, and I'm totally here for it. John says I lost my sister in a bad car accident. I'm really sorry that happened to you. That fucking sucks. Why do you have rings in your nose? Because I think they look cool, and they also just kind of like call to the gays, you know, especially the middle one right here, the one that makes me look like a cow. You know, this one for some reason the ladies look at that and go, "She's into ladies," and it's perfect because I am into the ladies. It's like man repellent in a way, you know? Lots of times, lots of men do not like it when women have septums. Not all of them, lots of them do, but I do know a lot of men who think that they're ugly, and I'm totally here for it because it kind of signals to the gays that I'm gay without me having to wear like a rainbow shirt around, you know? Obviously, you don't have to be gay to have a septum piercing. Please don't take that the wrong way. You do not need to be gay to have a septum piercing. But it's also really nice too. I really like this one because I can do this and I can hide it. And then that day I don't have a septum piercing, you know? Or I can, you know, go and, you know, hang out with my family or whatever like this and be like, "Yeah, everything is great. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, everything is fine." And then I see a pretty girl and I go, "Yeah, things are still fine." John, you are like hell bent on me going and seeing your comment right now. Why? What did you say? Is it something that's inappropriate? Why are you so hell bent on this? It's weird that you're so hell bent on this. I'm just saying. It's weird. Do you think you are a man? I think I'm probably like a better man than most men who come into my chat. Not all of them. In fact, the ones that are sticking around and being cool, I'm probably not cooler than them. They're probably way cooler than I am. Like Ben, for instance. Ben is probably way cooler and way better of a man than I am. But I do think that a lot of the men that come into my chat, I'm more of a man than any of them will ever be. But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to be a man. And I don't see what the issue is, you know? I think it'd be pretty sick. But you know, I use all pronouns if that's what you're asking. So you can't really go wrong. You can call me whatever pronouns you want, and you're not going to be wrong about it. So, if that's what you're asking, I'm not really sure. Better Man, Pearl Jam. I actually hate that song so much. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. No shade. No shade. No shade. Bud just saw my comment and ignored it. That's certainly crazy. Wait, what did you say? I didn't mean to ignore your comment. Ah? Is that what I'm looking at? Ah? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Whatever. What is your definition of a man? Somebody who identifies as a man. I don't know. I don't see an issue. I also think that like this whole argument about like men and women and how you have to fit into this like individual little box or whatever, it's kind of like stupid, I think, because I don't know, humans are very complex creatures. It's not as cut and dry as like a bug, you know, we're not bugs. What's up, Max? How are you? Max? My pronouns are USA. I agree. My pronouns are also USA. All right. How do you feel about Bella Ramsey being casted to play Ellie in The Last of Us show? I think she's doing a great job. I think Bella Ramsey's great. I think Bella Ramsey is show Ellie. I don't really see an issue. Yeah, I think that Ranting Gamer makes a really good point. It says, bro, people are bullied here in India for being gay, lesbian, or bisexual. That way of bullying is just horrific. People end up unaliving themselves just for being what they feel, and it's really saddening. Yes, and that's something that I think is really important to remember, that a lot of you guys are living in the United States or the UK or somewhere where being queer is much more accepted than it is around the rest of the world. There are places in the world where you will go and you will get executed for even just saying it or looking a certain way. Like, you will be executed. We have it way better in the United States and like the UK and in places that like are more accepting of that kind of stuff. Now, that is not to say that we have it 100% good here. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't be continuing to make progress. We should be making more progress. There are only two genders, bruh. No, there's not. It's just, you're just objectively wrong. I think you're probably thinking of sexes. There are only two sexes, which also is incorrect. But try again. And stay mad about it. Yeah, there are places in the United States and stuff that it's not so accepted as well. Like, I'm not trying to say it, but I'm also saying, like, you're not going to be thrown off a building most likely in the United States just because you say I'm a lesbian. If you said I'm a lesbian in a lot of other countries, they would throw you off of a building. I do think that that's important to remember. And also, I remember when gay marriage was first legalized. That was when I was an older teenager. I was about to graduate high school when it was finally passed. And so we have made a lot of progress since then. Not nearly enough, in my opinion. I think we should be making more progress. I do think we need to be making more progress, and that's why I'm online trying to do what I'm doing. But in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of situation where you're making progress and then you make some unprogress and then you make some more progress, but ultimately you're moving forward. I don't think we're doing the best job in the United States, but I do think we're doing a good job. BR, I'm not going to say what your comment is because I'm sure that it will be deleted soon, but I'm going to say yes. Yes. Alright, you guys, I am gonna take off. I'm gonna end the live here because I need to go to the bathroom and I'm tired and I would like to go and talk to some of my friends before I go to work. You look a little like Ellie from The Last of Us. Yeah, I get that a lot. It's the hair. The hair does a lot of heavy lifting. It's actually a big joke around here that I'm Ellie Williams from The Rest of Us. I'm Millennial Ellie from The Rest of Us. And we actually have merch that is Millennial Ellie related. It's very fun. We go live sometimes as Ellie, but it's Ellie Williams from The Rest of Us. It's a good time. You should definitely check out my TikTok if you're on TikTok. We post dad jokes every day. Oh my god, you did not just come in here and give me the pacer test shit. Alright, I'm actually out of here. If you're gonna give me the pacer test shit, I'm done. I'm done. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. I really enjoy coming on here and talking with you guys, even when I'm tired and depressed. Also, remember, I know a lot of you guys struggle with some of the same things that I struggle with, depression related and like anxiety related and everything like that. I want to be really clear that it's okay when you get into your ruts. I am in a depression rut right now, and it's been really hard for me to, continue to post content and continue to do what I need to do to get my shit together. You just got to try to push through, take it one day at a time. You guys will be fine. I promise. If you just take it one day at a time, when things get really, really rough, tell yourself, I'm going to make it to the end of the day, and then do it again the next day. And then eventually you'll be out of your rut. I promise. It's worked every single time for me. And it will work for you too, because it's a season. Things go up and down. You get your valleys, you get your highs, you get your lows. It's life, dude. It really is. So, continue to do what you're doing. Take it one day at a time and take care of yourselves. Seriously, don't hurt yourselves. Make sure to eat some food, drink some water, go be good, take your meds if you take them, and don't do anything that I would do. I'll see you guys later.